Georg Schreyögg. Georg Schreyögg, 13 August 1877, July 1934, was a German sculptor. One of his better-known surviving works is the 1907 Life. Georg Schreyögg was born in Atrang, a village in the Alpine foothills near Kempten. He grew up in Mittenwald, however, a small but prosperous transit town southeast of Partenkirchen, along the mountain road towards the Brenner Pass and, beyond that, Lombardy. Mittenwald was and is a town with a long craft tradition of woodcarving and violin making. Georg was the youngest son of the 5 recorded children born to Matthaus Schreyögg 1831, identified variously as an innkeeper and a master baker, and his wife, born Crescentia Marie Georg 1833–1899. Starting in 1884, Georg Schreyögg attended the woodcarving school in Partenkirchen. He then attended successively the Royal Academy of Applied Arts Königliche Kunstschule and the Academy of Fine Arts Akademie der Bildenden Kunst in Munich, where his teachers included Adolf von Hildebrand and Wilhelm. Between 1901 and 1908, Georg Schreyögg worked as a freelance sculptor, based in Munich. During this period, in 1905 he married Elisabeth von Barton 1881–1957. The two of them had 3 recorded children born between 1905 and 1914. In Munich, Georg Schreyögg attracted royal favor, which took the practical form of a private bursary provided by the Prince Regent. This enabled him to undertake a year's stay in Italy during 1908–9, which appears to have focused, in particular, on Florence and Rome. In 1909 he relocated to Karlsruhe, where he took a job as professor at the Academy for Applied Arts Kunstschule in succession to Fridolin Dietrich. Between 1909 and 1912 he drafted several designs for the prestigious Karlsruhe Maiolica producer. Between 1911 and 1914 he was teaching at the Women's Artists' College Malerinnenschule in Karlsruhe. In 1920 the Academy for Applied Arts in Karlsruhe became the Regional Arts Academy Landeskunstschule, and Georg Schreyögg became its professor for sculpture. His pupils here included Franz Danskin, Otto Schneider, and Karl Seckinger. Works. The spectrum of his work was broad, extending from graves and war memorials to decorations on buildings, fountains, and smaller statues. In Karlsruhe, he created the reliefs in the Karl Hofer Business School 1912–1914, the Relief Youth and Age 1912 repositioned to the City Park in 1933, the reliefs at the Exhibition Hall 1915, and the Flora statue at the entrance to the City Park 1918–19. Elsewhere his works included the Crucifixion Group 1903 at the Munich Waldfriedhof Cemetery and the St. Barbara War Memorial in Koblenz. Awards and honors. On 10 August 1930 Schreyögg was made an honorary citizen of Mittenwald in recognition of his contributions to maintaining the little town's rural character. The citation referred to his having contributed a number of artistic memorials. It was to Mittenwald that he returned when he retired in 1932. There is still a Professor Schreyögg Square, Professor Schreyögg Platz, named after him in the pedestrian zone on the west side of the town. Notable family members. The artist Georg Schreyögg was the youngest of Georg Schreyögg's 3 children by his marriage to Elisabeth von Barton. References